Hello, welcome to Real Frank Movie Reviews. Thanks for checking it out. In this episode, we're going to review the new movie Samaritan starring Sylvester Stallone, available to stream on Amazon Prime. We're going to break this movie down, our favorite part, least favorite part, get into the story, and then give this thing an overall score. Could this be a good Samaritan? Coming up next.
Real Frank.
All right, let's get right into it. So Samaritan is about a superhero that was around about 25 years ago. And there was a battle with this other guy called Nemesis, which they were actually twin brothers. One was good, Samaritan, one was bad. His name was Nemesis. They had this epic battle on top of a power station, I believe, or a power plant, caused this massive fire. And then it was assumed that both of them had burned to death and died in this fire. So now there's this boy, Sam, and he always believed that the Samaritan was always alive. And he still has been alive, even though 25 years have gone past since that epic battle. There's a guy, his name is Joe Smith. Joe is obviously Sylvester Stallone. And he thinks that he possibly could be the Samaritan, all right? So this is what the Samaritan looked like 20 years ago. This was his costume, his attire. The logo is a white logo, and his twin brother, Nemesis, had a red one. So it's a very similar logo. You would see this logo throughout cities on buildings for graffiti, one versus white versus red. So some people were for Nemesis, some were Samaritan, but there was always some little thing there that they thought could still be alive. Now, this is going to be crazy, right? So Sylvester Stallone, Samaritan. You're probably thinking, I've seen this guy before. Hasn't he done some other things? Maybe, maybe not, but check this out. I bet you didn't know Samaritan was also Rocky Balboa. This guy is that guy. Does that blow your mind? Bet you had no idea. Samaritan, Rocky Balboa. I'm not done yet. Not done. One more thing. Gonna blow your mind again. He was also fucking Rambo. Right? Crazy. These two people are the same person. Amazing. I know. Pretty wild. So Sam, of course, is being bullied or chased by some punk-ass kids in some gang. He's being chased, and he's going to get his ass kicked. And the Samaritan, or Joe, as we know, and Joe saves his ass. So Joe saves his butt and throws these guys around to save Sam. So now Sam is even more convinced, oh my God, this has to be Samaritan. And he's convinced that Samaritan and Joe are the same guy after witnessing this, but Samaritan, or Joe at this point, doesn't want him to believe that or know that. So he's spying, and then, oh my God, he's burnt. He has burnt marks all over himself. Could be from that fire. That fire that he survived. So now he's even more convinced that this possibly Joe guy could be Samaritan. And then here we are. He's talking and trying to convince him, and this scene was pretty sweet. I mean, overall, this story is pretty good. It's original. It's in the superhero genre, which is kind of, there's a lot of big superhero movies, but this is done differently, which is kind of unique and different, and that's why I enjoyed the story that was written here for these characters. So here he is in the middle of the street, and boom, he gets drilled, man. Drilled. Bam! Destroyed, right? We think he's dead. And Sam goes and checks him out. You see here? And he's all jacked up. Look at that. It's like, his limbs are all cracked and crazy, right? And as we can see here, he starts, you can see even more. He gradually starts putting himself back together. Like my sound effects. But he needs like to be really cool to slow his heart down, or his heart will explode or something like that. So that's what happens in this scene, and then he kind of puts two and two together and kind of admits it to him. All right, just keep it our little secret, all right? So this guy, his name is Cyrus in the movie, and he is a Nemesis fan. He's a big fan of Nemesis, and he thinks more people should be like Nemesis, and he wants to reenact the whole power plant thing and finish Nemesis' mission. He thinks his mission that Nemesis was trying to do when he died was to blow up this power plant. So he wants to recreate it. Here he is, a Hollywood bad guy. And a little bit of a backstory with Sam, too. Sam, of course, comes from a financially strapped house in this apartment building. His mom works, so he's not around a lot. That typical little formula that's used quite a bit in these type of movies, right? So here we see a screenshot of the hammer that Nemesis used. They found some remnants from the big power plant fire, and this is one of the items. And Nemesis used this in the fight, so Cyrus steals this and his helmet to start the whole revolution. So I don't want to give anything else away. I don't want to give any spoilers away for this one. But at some point, you know that it's figured out that this could possibly be the good guy, Samaritan. Maybe, maybe not. He's a superhero. And this is a scene in the movie where people are filming. You can see a camera here. Let me pull this up. And they're filming him, and the news start picking it up and start running a story. Could this be Samaritan? Is Samaritan back? Now, overall, this movie was an entertaining movie. It truly was, okay? But I have a couple of small issues. There's a scene near the end of the movie where they're in this massive burning building. I mean, it was engulfed in flames. The CGI in that particular scene was not actually the best. It looked a little weird. And the way this building was not so much on fire inside, there's no way. There's like none of these people are like really sweating. Like Sam is in there. He's not really sweating. He has no like damage on him, nothing. And there's another scene where he escapes. He doesn't have like any tears or rips or anything, so it looked unrealistic, obviously, the superhero movie. But, you're trying to make this seem real. I mean, he's got to have some sort of damage or something like that. The cool part was, of course, my favorite scene was the car hitting Samaritan or Joe Smith. It looked what we think is Samaritan. It hits Joe Smith, so that was really good. But the building and going on fire kind of took me out of it a bit. I mean, they went a little over the top. It's too bad because it had potential. I like the fact that the way the filming was done. The beginning intro was really cool. The way it made it like kind of cartoonish, but it was done well to give you the backstory of Samaritan and Nemesis. So it was entertaining, but a couple things here, but I like the fact that it was an original idea and an original story, so it was very good from that aspect. So, overall, I give this movie a 5.1. It's a solid movie. Maybe watch it one more time, and that's probably it. I like the fact that Sylvester Stallone did something a little different. Kind of shocking that in his later age he tried something different outside his comfort zone. Kind of an action movie, but not like your typical Sylvester Stallone movie. So that's kind of cool to see. The story was pretty good. Just lacking in some CGI scenes with the fire in the building. The ending with this building going on fire kind of took me out of it. So overall, I give this a 5.1. That's my review for Samaritan. Thanks for checking it out.